You did a lightning lesson with Maven recently, and you mentioned this phrase of becoming a highly discoverable designer. I want to kind of hone in on that because I think it touches a lot on the questions that people have, which are like, how the hell do I find clients? What's my positioning? Could you tell us a bit more about that?
Sure. Whenever I've switched jobs or found clients, a lot of it was inbound. And I think a lot of that is due to the efforts I've put in, which has been a lot of effort to make myself discoverable so that it's more about allowing the clients and new opportunities to find me rather than always being on the outbound and trying to pursue new things. And a lot of that comes through putting your expertise and your thoughts and giving to the community, but giving in the places where people are searching, which has kind of changed for me over the years. Like it used to be sharing more of my work on Dribble and then had recruiters that would find my work there. Now it's switched over more to LinkedIn. I see this dozens of times. Someone is in a moment where they are feeling a little bit desperate. They lost their job. And so then for the first time in years, they hop on online and say, hey, help me out. And then they start doing all this outbound applying for jobs, which is all important stuff. But if you're trying to ask for help from people and it's the first time you've done this, you just don't have the momentum. Your name, your face isn't familiar to people in their social media feed. Your post goes flat. Nobody sees it. It can be discouraging. So being discoverable is about preparing in advance for those moments so that when the time comes that you're in need, the opportunities are more abundant and it's easier to get support because you've already given so much back. It can be challenging for sure.
What are some examples that you would recommend folks do to be more discoverable?
I think the easiest one is content creation. Like I know there's a lot of different ways to be discoverable, like attending local meetups, attending design communities, going to conferences. That's one way to do it, but that costs money, it costs time, and I still think it's worth doing it. But you can do content creation for free sitting in your home. I'm not to say that it's easy. It takes consistency and it takes a lot of thought to write and come up with compelling content that is interesting and helpful for people. But I think that's such a low-hanging fruit opportunity just right there in front of all of us. Putting your work, your thoughts, your expertise into the internet. It puts your work in front of the eyes of potentially so many people. And the more you do it, the more you can be strategic about who you're connecting with. You can sort of navigate the way that your content gets in front of the right people. Depending on who you're engaging with and what you're writing about, you can basically create your own luck by creating your own opportunities. Somewhat strategic about what you're writing about, trying to share the type of work that you do. I think just posting your work online is half the battle. Like people are so afraid to share their work. And I love Benton Woodring. He does the Dare to Share challenge on Twitter. He is really big on this, like just getting designers to just share their work online. It's so fun reading the opportunities that come from that, from people that take part in that challenge. And then they say their clients come from basically them just sharing their work online. That's seriously half the battle, is just being brave enough and sharing your work on the internet.
Yeah, that makes sense. Switching gears again, the naming of your agency. How do you feel about this? Are you or are you TN Studios? Like, how have you kind of positioned yourself there?
Yeah, good question. I still don't know for sure what I'm going to do long term. I did just buy a domain, but I'm afraid to say what it is just because I'm not fully committed to it. But I've been thinking about this. It's so tricky because some people will be more enticed to work with someone that feels more formal entity, like an agency. But just last week, Dan Petty on Twitter did one of his live portfolio reviews where he goes through and asks people to share their portfolio and then he reviews them and critiques them live. And so people love getting into this because it creates exposure for them and they get free advice from the master. One of the things that was interesting is he was scrolling through the posts and he made this comment that he said, oh, looks like an agency. If it was an individual, I would have clicked on it. So there really is no perfect way to do it because you're going to alienate some customer base by whatever path you take. I made a joke to Emily, though. I was like, why don't you have one website that's your name and then another website that's an agency name so you can try to tackle both? But that obviously would create some problems. For me right now, I just do my name because I don't have huge plans of scaling. Like I don't really want to hire people and have overhead and be responsible for having to basically pay my own bills and pay someone else's bills. Like it's been enough that it's been great for me. It's helped me to earn a good living post layoff, but I just don't feel like I'm getting enough inbound leads today to justify like I can blow this thing up and hire people. And I feel like if I was going to go the agency name route, it would probably be because I want to scale it. If it's just my name, the clients reach out because they want to work with me. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I feel like for me, it comes down to scalability and wanting to bring other people on and have a name that's not just you. So people are aware they're working with a team. That's where my mind goes.
Awesome stuff, dude. Let's dive straight into these questions. Okay, this one's really interesting, right? Do you have advice for an entry-level designer with no experience wanting to enter freelancing?
I do have some advice because that's exactly how I started my career. So I actually was in college and started my design career as a freelancer and did that for about a year and a half. What I did was I did a lot of free work or highly discounted work. I would do projects for friends, pretty much anyone that was willing, I would do it for them and make the price work because I just wanted to build up real experience. Everyone that's junior that has applied for jobs is probably so sick of the answer, oh, we're looking for someone that has experience. It's like, well, I can't get experience without you giving me the chance. So I think freelance work gives you the opportunity to create your own real world experience in a way. And I did a lot of concept work. If you don't have real projects or real clients, make stuff up, create it and share it online. More than once, I had people reach out because of a project that I posted on Dribbble that wasn't a real project. And it was just me trying to build up my portfolio and get my work out there. So people won't know that you exist as a freelancer, even as a junior, if you don't make it easy for them to find you. And they have to see something that impresses them, right? So I guess those are the couple of tips I would give is really dig into your personal network. Like if you haven't yet built a professional network, but you probably have family and friends. So like everyone has a network of people in their life. The first paid logo I did was for my parents' friend who was a doctor. He needed a new logo for his doctor office, just a local doctor, nothing huge. And that was my first logo project that I got paid for. I did that so many times and you just have to build up your portfolio somehow. And it's either going to be concept work or you can squeeze in as much real work as you can, but you're going to probably not make a lot of money. And that's just how it goes. Like if you go to the university route, you build up a portfolio, but you're also losing money because you're paying for your education. No matter what, early on, there's a sacrifice to learning. That's just the name of the game for any industry. Nobody just starts day one getting paid top dollar while learning. There has to be a period of sacrifice where you're either doing extremely inexpensive client work or you're basically doing it for free.
Yeah, it's the whole learning versus earning. The earning comes later, but
Right.
at the beginning, it's just the reps. And I don't know why free work is such a dirty phrase in the design world. I think if
Want to listen to the full conversation? Click the video on screen now. Subscribe to the channel if you want to join us live. Oh, wait. Okay, fine, you don't have to join us for the live stream, but if you like stuff like this, then click that subscribe button. I'll see you on the inside. Bye!